Okay, all right. You are welcome to Corrosive Online Tutorials, where complex topics are made easy. Now, I want to talk about sine rule versus cosine rule. Now, sine rule versus cosine rule. In my previous video, I discussed the Pythagoras theorem because the Pythagoras theorem, like I said, it is applicable if the triangle is a right angle triangle. And I said a right angle triangle is a triangle in which one of the angles is 90 degrees. Now, in the case when the triangle is not a right angle triangle, then we apply sine rule or cosine rule. So that is why I try to treat the two at the same time. Now, let me give you an example. Now, this is a triangle, for example, and this triangle is not a right angle triangle. Okay, we have A, we have B, and we have D. This side that the D is facing is small d. This side, the angle A is facing is small a. This side that B is facing is small b. Now, we use cosine rule if you know two sides and one angle. For example, let me give you the formula for cosine rule. Let's assume you want to find B. Let's start with A. You want to find A using cosine rule formula. The formula says that A squared, that is cosine rule now, say A squared, this A squared is equal to B squared plus D squared minus these two times these two, minus 2BD cos A. With this formula, you can find A. Now, to find B, if you are asked to find B, the cosine rule says B squared is equals to A squared plus D squared, then minus these two, minus 2AD cos B. You put it there, the angle B. Then for D, to calculate the side, to find this side, D squared, the formula says, is equals to A squared plus B squared times these two, minus 2 times AB cos D. That is the formula for cosine rule. But for sine rule, we use sine rule if two angles are known and one side is given and you are asked to find the other side. Okay? For example, for sine rule, if you are asked to find A, so we must know this one. So we say sine A over the small a is equals to sine B over the small b is equals to sine D over the small d. This formula is the formula we call the sine rule formula. You can take two equations at a time. That means if you know two sides, one angle, you can find this angle. If you know two angles, one side, you can find this side. If you know these two angles and this side, you can find this one. If you know these two angles and one side, you can find this side. So the sine rule is used to find when you have two angles, one side, you're looking for the second side. Okay, but in cosine rule, you need two sides, one angle to find the other side. But in sine rule, you need two angles, one side to find the other side, or you need two sides, one angle to find this other side. I hope that is understood. In my next video, I'll be bringing out problems that pertaining to sine and cosine rule. Until then, bye for now. Thank you.